even answer it. He says, no, he's not going there, because he knows that he and all those like him love to collect all this money. The lawyers get most of it, by the way. So I'll think about when I was in Branson. Maybe you've heard of Yuri Smirnov from Russia. He says, in Russia we had free hospitalization insurance, and that was overpriced for what we get. You only get what you pay for. Yes, we have a problem here is that many people are uninsured, so you have to pay for them. And that they do understand, and they're saying we're trying to get coverage for everybody. But with the kind of prices that you're it's just ridiculous what we have to pay for on malpractice insurance, and the doctor, he's working for nothing until he gets that paid. So why don't they look at the real issue, and the people that are making this program are the real problem, not the solution.
I agree. Well, thank you. This lady's next, but let me just comment on that. I was in Morris, Illinois, and I was talking to a gentleman, I'll keep him nameless, who's an OBGYN, who was telling me that 3 years ago, he stopped delivering children as part of his practice. This is when we get to the disappearing doctor situation. And we talked about it, and I said, why? What's the reason? He said, as an OBGYN, if I deliver a baby, he delivers a doctor, that'd be a miracle, huh? But as I deliver a baby, I am responsible for any defects that become evident within the first 18 years of that child's life. So he, whatever it was, 3 or so years ago, when he stopped delivering babies, he still, and this gentleman's ready to retire, he still has 15 years that he has to carry some certain kind of liability insurance, as far as I know, but he has 15 years that he's still responsible for the lives of people that may have birth defects come up. So he said, I'm out of the baby delivering business. So now, instead of going to this small town doctor to get your baby delivered, you probably have to go to a big hospital somewhere. This is what we're kind of up against, and it's these kind of malpractice things that are scary. I don't want to get into the... I want to be very careful in talking about this, but one of the areas that... one of the only groups of people in the United States that get free health care are illegal immigrants.
That's right.
Illegal immigrants are allowed to walk into the hospital, have their self taken care of, and then they're not they leave. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe that in a country as great as ours, we never should let anybody be in pain or whatever when we can help them. So I'm not saying turn them around, turn them away at the ER or anything. I'm not saying that. But we need to start addressing the illegal immigration issue. We need to control our border. We need to allow people to become citizens of the United States, but through a legal path. When we start reducing the cost of illegal immigrants in medicine, we can start to really also make an impact as well as tort reform. Or what about community medical centers, which forward locate, that's a military term, forward locate into and in the areas where folks are predominantly under or not insured, so that if somebody has a cough or the flu, they can come into that kind of forward-located community center, talk to a nurse practitioner or a nurse or a doctor, and get what the help that they need without having to make a trip to the ER. The emergency room should be returned to the purpose it was built for, and that is for emergencies. I think you're next, right? Yes.
One of my questions is, when you receive a bill, say you've been sick and you go to the doctor, you receive a bill, and it may be for $280. Your Medicare pays about $30. Your Blue Cross or your insurance picks up the other part, which pays about $30 because it's accepted by Medicare. Why are the prices so highly inflated, and these hospitals and doctors accept $40 or $80 for a $300 bill? It just blows my mind.
It does me too, and I'll tell you that's a good reason why the numbers are inflated. It's because the doctor knows when they perform a procedure, they're going to get reimbursed at the rate of about 10% or 20%. So as a result, they raise the prices so they can get the actual amount of money that they do deserve to be paid for the procedure. Being a doctor, sir, I keep pointing to you. You're the only doctor I know in the area, but there's probably some others here, and thank you if you are. But they deserve to be paid well for what